Soft gel tips are great products. The only issue is the cuticle area. So no matter how you apply soft gel tips, you are going to have like a little bit of a ridge where the tip itself ends and your natural nail begins. So there's a couple things that can be done to make that a little bit more flush. You can file it. You can use the overlay method, which is my personal favorite, or you can use this new method that I keep seeing all over TikTok, and it's actually using acetone to melt the tip into your nail. So acetone is typically what we use to soak off our gel products. So I still have questions about the gel that's melted onto the nail. Is it strong? Is it going to last? So today I want to test which method is better, overlay or melting the tips with acetone. So Après was actually the first company to come out with a soft gel tip product, and I've actually never given them a try. So today I have the OG Après nails here. So I also went ahead and purchased the Bond primer and the base gel. So I have everything in the same system. I'm actually pretty surprised that Après doesn't offer more sizes. There's only 10 sizes in this box, which is really not a good selection. If you watched my 10 brands review video, most brands really offer about 15. They do feel very sturdy though. Some of the other tips you can pretty easily bend, and these are just pretty much not going anywhere. Unlike some of the other soft gel tips I've used, these do not come matte or pre-buffed. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick out all of my sizes, etch the inside of the tip, and I'm gonna get my nails prepped. Alright, so the sizes actually didn't end up being too bad. I only had to file this one. I actually ended up getting a different pair of UV gloves. These ones are from Savvyland. These ones fit me a lot better, and I think they're super cute with the little lace and bow here. Both methods you want to apply the tip not all the way pushing into the cuticle area. You want to leave a little bit of space. I'm going to go in with this pH bonder. Next step is the primer. This step is optional, but I like to do it because I feel like it makes my tips last longer, and that is to put a thin layer of gel as a base. So you can use like a base coat gel, or the Extend gel will work for this too. Oh, and this stuff is very thick. Oops. All right, and then I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. All cured. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other hand. There we go. And I just applied all of these just a tiny little bit away from my cuticle. Okay, all the nails are on and looking really cute. I love this shape and this length. This is actually the natural almond short, and I think they are about perfect. I don't know if I would call them short. They're still, to me, pretty long. But yeah, so first I'm going to take off these little nubs because I keep scratching myself. And then I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol and get off any sticky layer. And I'm also going to do underneath the nails as well. And I'm just going in at a really low speed here. And this is also a D-Bird sanding band so that I can get right into my cuticle area. I'm not going to do a crazy amount of filing here because I really want to test each of these methods and see how well they work for the cuticle area. If I have any gel that's seeped out, I'm definitely going to fully take care of that, but otherwise I'm not going to go too crazy. All right, and and then this is the nail with the lifting. I am going to file that out. Just kind of blend that in a little bit. This one I got really messy with, didn't I? All right, I got my little tiny bit to go underneath the nails. And these are looking so cute already. The shape is a really nice natural almond shape, and it's like super flattering. This one might be a little crooked, but that's fine. All right, so now we actually finally get to try out each method. So I'm gonna go one by one and alternate fingers. So this one's gonna be overlay. So it's gonna be overlay, 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 and then overlay, overlay. And then the other ones are going to be the melting method. So the overlay method is pretty easy. So you just fill this back little area with product, and then you just kind of fade out the product towards the end. So you can file after that step. I usually don't. I definitely did when I was first getting started using this method. I would apply the tips a little bit farther out also, and that made it easier to fill this little space. All right, so I'm just gonna go in and do the two nails on this hand with it. So I find it easier if I just flip my hand around this way. So I'm gonna do kind of like a base on the whole nail. Very thinly, like very thin, and then kind of create a little bubble of product and push that back into that space. Just kind of using the corner of the brush to tease it where I want it to go. All right, and then once I've got that filled, I'm just going to really smooth out and thin out the product just so I have a thin layer. And then between, since I got so close to the cuticle, I am going to cure these between every step. So I'm just going to do like a flash cure. I'm not going to fully cure it, and then I will cure them all at the end. These gloves are really cute though. Time's up on the overlay method. That didn't seem that bad. I'm just gonna get my stuff ready here for the melting method. So I've got a stiff brush here, and then I've got my little pot of acetone, and then in case I need it, I've also got a paper towel to wipe the brush off. So that timer is gonna start right about now. Oh, this might have been a little bit of a dirty brush. Whoops. That's okay, we're just melting stuff, so. And from what I saw, it says, they said not to use too much, and you just kind of melt it in there, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how long this is supposed to take. It's definitely drying out very quickly. But I'm just gonna kind of squidge it in there, move my brush around, try and get on all sides of it. It does feel like a little bit slippery, like it is doing something. We'll see. I might have done that one a little too much. It does seem like it's working. I mean, it looks nice. Just kind of feel like I'm mashing it in there. There is a thing where, like, if you get nails wet or, like, say, like, add cuticle oil, it does make them look a little bit nicer. Kind of just, it hides the, like, imperfections and scratches and things. So there might be a little bit of that going on here. If you can see on camera, like, immediately when I add the acetone, that it just looks flush and smooth. I don't know though, that actually seems like it worked great. I mean, you can still see a little bit of a ledge on some of these. This one has maybe a little bit of a lip right there still. I don't know if it's showing up super well on camera. Oh, this one definitely does. Oof. So since I'm really curious how each method is going to wear, I'm actually not going to put any sort of polish over the cuticle area. I'm going to leave that clear. But I really want to try out the super cute beachy wave design that's been going viral, where it pretty much looks like kind of ripples in the water, like in a pool or something. So to do that design, you need white and blue jelly polish, which I don't have any of, but that's fine because it's super easy to make. So I'm just going to start out with a couple dots of blue. You can use any clear gel. I like to use base coat because I just feel like it applies really smoothly. All right, and then I probably need a lot of this since I'm going to do all 10 fingers with this. Good size glob there. And then I'm just going to mix it up with my dotting tool. All right, that's already looking really nice and watery, or like water. So I'm just going to ombre this down for each of these nails. You can do this with the same brush, but I have this other one, so I'm going to use it. So every time I put a layer on, I'm just going a little bit farther down the nail. I probably could have done like one layer or maybe two if I would have made the gel a little bit more opaque, but I think I thinned it out just a little bit too much. These are just cute. This is going to be the perfect background for these waves. All right, now for the really fun part, we get to make the waves. So this is pretty much the same thing we went through with the blue one. This time I am going to use top coat. So we're going for like a really milky white. All right, I'm going to put that on the nail and see what that is looking like. It seems pretty opaque still. I don't know. Yeah, actually this seems about perfect. So I'm just going to put it pretty thinly. All right, and then I'm going to get some extra top coat over here. So the key with this is displacing the white polish with clear. So I'm just going to make a bunch of like dots really randomly and then kind of just let that spread out. Oh, and that is actually working beautifully. All right, I'm really happy with that. So I'm going to cure it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, it's just absolutely perfect. All right, I'm going to do the rest of my nails. Wow, and it seems like the longer you let them sit here, they just get cuter. Oh, those are so gorgeous. Oh my God. You definitely don't want to do too many nails at the same time though. All right, so I'm gonna go in with some non-wipe top coat. So I actually want to put some flowers over this potentially. But the problem is it's getting a little late, and I think I'm gonna call this good for tonight. Man, this is what we're looking like with top coat, just so gorgeous. I should have let this one maybe bloom a little bit longer, because the other ones that I let bloom more look a lot more natural, like water. Still, all of them are just adorable. All right, so it's the next day, and I decided that these just look a little bit too plain to me. So I'm actually going to use my 3D multi-gel here that I got in my Shein nail haul. And I'm going to make a couple little, maybe like pool floaty toys, maybe like a little flamingo or something. I think that would look super cute, and just kind of put the finishing touches on these nails. So I have a couple nail forms that I'm going to do the sculpting on. And then I've also got my silicone tool that I got in my Shein nail haul as well. And I'm just going to use this to get out a little bit of the 3D gel. So I want to make like little, whatever those floaty rings are that like lifeguards have, like the old-timey version. So I want to make a couple of really long tubes maybe, and then I can like cut it and then like put them together. This stuff is thick though. This little silicone tool is barely cutting it. Oh. All right, wow, this stuff is really stringy. All right, and I'm just gonna get that on my form and kind of roll it out with the tool here. Oh, once it's on the form, this is actually really easy to roll around. I see so many people just like grabbing it with their hands and rolling it into little balls, and that is just like, please don't do that, guys. This is stuff you don't want to really touch. When it's cured, I don't think it's too bad, but like when it's not, that's kind of how you like develop allergies. And I know I say that all the time, but also like I feel like a lot of people don't know. So I'm sorry if you're hearing me say it for like the 17th time, but someone might be hearing it for the first time, and maybe that could save them from having a really bad time. You know, actually, what would probably be a better method is to make this kind of, I'm gonna get it off the black so I can actually see it, but is to make it kind of like a circle. Maybe I'll just roll it into a ball. This is actually super easy to work with though. It's not sticking to the silicone tool at all. All right, now that I got like a decent little like ball, I'm just gonna take the tip, the pointed tip of the silicone tool and kind of just smash into it. I'm gonna cut this into a bunch of little balls, I guess. Yeah, that was way easier, and look at that. That looks so like perfect. So I also want to make like maybe some beach balls, and also maybe some like flamingos. The beach balls I feel like are going to be really easy because it's just like a ball. These stringies are literally everywhere though. I'm kind of trying to look at these from all angles because I want to make sure I get a pretty good sphere for the beach balls. All right, I feel like I got 3 pretty good circles. I think I have enough of these that maybe I can do a couple of them as the flamingos. So I'm gonna get some glue to roll out just really super thin to try and do the like neck of the flamingos. I guess kind of just I'll stick it on one of these little guys. We'll see. Trying to get it to kind of like flip around forward. All right, I'm actually really pretty worried that I'm gonna knock that off. Just kind of like beating with these nails, so maybe I'll kind of just push it to the side. It'll be like a fallen down flamingo. There, I don't know if you can see that, but he's kind of just laying on his side, maybe a little bit deflated of a flamingo pool floaty. I'm just gonna give him a couple little wings on the side too. Just lift him up a tiny bit so he doesn't look so sad. All right, there's my flamingo. And I think so I'm not doing this all night. I'm just gonna have the one flamingo. But I am gonna do like one of those like lounging pool like chair floaty things, like the ones that you lay out on and they have like the headrest and stuff. So for that, I'm just gonna roll kind of thinly some really long ones, and then I'm just gonna stack them together. What should I make this last little piece into? I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit adventurous. Maybe I'm going to make a little turtle. All right, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it looks like a turtle, I promise. This stuff does stick to itself pretty nicely, so I'm not really having to do much effort to actually get the little tiny pieces like stuck on to the big piece of the turtle. There he is, my little turtle. He's so, look at him. All right, I'm gonna get him in the lamp. All right, now we get to draw all these guys. So I'm just gonna put the gel away so that doesn't accidentally harden. Oop, oop. Okay, I accidentally kicked the lamp. So first I think I'm gonna do the beach balls. So I'm just gonna do like the iconic blue, yellow, and red beach ball colors. And since I'm getting colors down here, I'm also gonna get the colors for the turtle and the flamingo. And then some black for some details. And then also some greens and browns for the turtle. I don't know exactly what color I'll do the turtle yet, but this should cover it. Do sea turtles have like a brown shell? I have no idea. I think they do. I'm just gonna go in and paint everything white, and that'll be like my base. Yeah, so pool ring floaties can really be like any color, I think. So I think I'm actually gonna make some jelly colors, maybe. Do some blue jelly. Ooh, oh my God. Oof. So, yeah, that freaked me out. All right, so the beach balls, a lot of them have like this little middle. I think I'm gonna go with this classic one here. Oh no. And I'm gonna paint one or two of these blue also. Flamingo is starting to look like a flamingo, I think. I think I'm gonna do the turtle next. So I'm actually gonna look up a sea turtle and make sure I'm doing the colors right. All right, and I'm gonna look up sea turtle cartoon. Okay, so I'm on the right track here with like the lime green, the little speckles, and then like the shell. Yeah, sweet, cool. Perfect. So I'm gonna just start with the green. All right, and now I'm actually gonna start putting these on my nails. So I actually am gonna take all of my rings off because I don't know if I can get these off with all of these little charms on. Just to be safe, I'm gonna take all of these off. Turtle guy is my favorite, so I'm gonna put him on first, I think. So I just got some rhinestone glue that I'm putting down. And then I'm gonna pick up Mr. Turtle and just plop him. And I think the pool floaty is probably got to go on a big nail, so I'm going to put it on my middle finger. Okay, that is actually really adorable. All right, I'm going to get some on my right hand here. All right, so this looks like a good spot for the flamingo. Cute. All right, so I have had these nails on for about 2 weeks now, and here is what they're looking like. They're all actually looking pretty good. I have a minor amount of lifting on a couple of them. I've got a little bit on my thumb here. but I always do on my thumbs. But overall, these held up really super well. Yeah, so I am probably going to take these off now, which I'm really sad about. These guys are just so cute. They are starting to lift just a tiny amount, and this turtle guy keeps getting caught on literally everything, so I don't think I can keep this on for too much longer. I am surprised how strong the 3D gel is though, because like I've caught this guy on so much stuff, and I feel like it would probably rip my nail off before it breaks the gel. So yeah, I'm really surprised because I did get that 3D gel from Shein, but I absolutely love this design. So really soon here, I'm also going to be doing a video where I'm going to be making some press-ons for my grandma. My grandma saw this design and she absolutely loved it, and she wanted a set for herself, so I'm going to be doing that, but also she doesn't know yet. I'm going to do a couple new different designs for her. I'm also going to be taking these off tomorrow, so I will have a fresh brand new video of whatever my next set turns out to be. I really have no idea what I'm going to do, so we'll figure that out tomorrow. But yeah, I was really surprised with the melting method. It was so much quicker than what I normally do with the overlay method, and it wore basically just as well. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing it more in the future. That really sped up my nail process. Yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you got something out of it, leave me a like, say hi in the comments, and if you want to see what else I got going on, hit the subscribe button and follow along. I'll see you guys in the next one.